Walaikum salam, Maki. What's up, man? How's the day going? Look what they sending me. Is it business today? Slow, right? You saw that? I went to press the other thing and this thing popped up. I hate when it does that and I accept the trip by mistake, bro. I was gonna click here. See, I was gonna click here and I almost accepted a trip by mistake. I'm not feeling it today, bro. I'm not feeling lazy. I'm just feeling tired. Like my body's physically feeling exhausted today. I feel like my head is carrying my body, you know? What do you think about this? That at least should be $25, that trip. At least. Look how much they want to pay for it. You see this? It's crazy, man. I need a comfort trip back, bro. I need Highlander back. They've been trash, right? Even on Spark, same thing. Now, if you look at this per mile, yeah, it's not bad, but I don't want to spend $10 to do a 370. You know, like that's no money. This trip should be at least $7. How you doing, Duck? What's going on? We taking a look. We taking a look at the trash that Uber sending. They sending garbage. Please hit that like button for me. Yeah, that kid over there's wilding. Hit that like button for me. It helps with the stream. Look. What's up, Hussein? Mubarak Khan, what's up? Help your brother out with a like on the stream. Hit the like button for me like this. Double tap the screen. Where are you guys joining from? I'm in Florida Stan right now. Florida Stan, USA. Look at this, bro. What's up with all this? $3.99. The Irish. What do you think, Mike, about McGregor running for president? The Netherlands, nice. Doesn't Trump want Iceland? I think Trump was talking, or was it Greenland? Turkey. McGregor as president is a joke. Mubarak Turkish. What's up, Turkish? What's going on? Bro, nothing's coming in. And if it's above 10, you get look. It's a joke, bro. Look. Why would I spend what's that? An hour. Oh crap. Why would I spend an hour for $15, bro? I'll probably get paid more at McDonald's. Man, I'm not picking up nobody for $3.74. Hustle, would you do this trip? Look at this. I wouldn't do it. I just want to know if you would do it. Ridiculous. What's this? 51 minutes? Because you got to look at the time also, not just the miles. Ah, miles is trash anyway. But the time is even worse. An hour to do that. I wouldn't do any of them. Uh, so, Mike, you don't like the idea of McGregor for president, right? Because he said he came to the White House and McGregor was talking about, the president over there is trash or prime minister. What do you guys have, president or prime minister? Look at this. Look at this garbage. Garbage. That's why I came. That's why I came out here, bro. And I stopped by the nearest park, and I said I'm gonna chill because this might be a while before I accept. I'm not accepting trash today. I'm tired. I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna be accepting trash. I'm feeling tired today. So what's the deal, Turkish? What's the day looking like? And you can forget about Lyft. Really? Dang, that's crazy. Because when he was coming up, he was everybody was behind him. And Lyft, forget about it. It's a waste of time. Any Turkish restaurant in the area? Doubt it. But let's check. Oh wait, we got an incredible trip coming in. Oh, how could I resist it? Isn't that the same trip they've been sending for like 5 minutes? Nobody want to take it. Yeah, they better start paying more. You know what I think Uber should do? Look at this. It's the same thing, or is that a different one? No, that's the same. Is it the same one? I don't even know. You know how Uber can solve that problem when it's a trip that is um, that short. Give the driver all the money, and then you make your money in mid trips and long trips. Because if they give the driver all the money, that trip is going to be like $7 or $8. The driver's going to do it. But look, take a look at this. Look at this. 36 miles, $23 over an hour. Ooh, I almost clicked it too. You see how they play games? Who's gonna do this? Why would I do this? To go all the way over here. I'm over here. So what? So I can come back empty? That's a free trip. That's a free trip, bro. You see that, Mark? 1 hour trip for 20 is crazy. I'm telling you, bro. Where do you live at, Mark? And then you got to come back, and then garbage in Connecticut. So imagine, Mark, I'm here, right? I drive over an hour this way. Then I got to come back. I'm going to end up around here. What's around here, bro? Nothing. The chances of getting somebody is going to come all the way back here, slim to none. You'll be there all day waiting. No, I did in Turkish. I haven't seen him in a few days. Mother's not picking up. She's acting up. But next month we go into court, inshallah. So look at this, bro. None of these trips are doable. Look at this. What it for $20, right? And then you come back. It's bro. It's literally a gas tank. You're given a free ride. You're not profiting in that trip. You just got to put that money back in your gas tank. You're literally given a free ride. What's up, 77? It's like somebody told you, "Hey, can you give me a ride and I'll pay for the gas?" Literally, it's ridiculous, bro. Thank you, Mark. I should be more understanding. Actually, she doesn't care, bro. That woman, you know. Listen, just so that you can understand how crazy this woman is. You know why she hasn't picked up the phone for like 4 days? Follow me here. I said to her, I don't have to do this, but I'm going to do this so you don't get in trouble. They sent her a ticket to the old place where she abandoned the dog. They sent her a ticket for the dog not being vaccinated currently now. If she doesn't pay the ticket, she has to go to court. If she doesn't go to court, what happens? This keeps escalating, right? Probably license suspended. Probably at a certain point, it's gonna get to a warrant for her arrest. That's how it is. Eventually, if you let this drag on, right? Now, did I have to say something to her? No, I don't have to say anything to her. I could have just be like, as a matter of fact, if I wanted to be vengeful, I could have said, I'm not going to tell her anything. Let her get in trouble. Let her, keep getting into this deep hole, right? But I didn't. My mother sent me the letter, picture of the letter. And I said, oh, this is a citation, right? So I said to her, listen, just so you know, I don't have to do this. I'm doing this so you don't get further in trouble. But here's a picture. You got cited. It's like $156 because the dog is not vaccinated. It's not our responsibility to vaccinate your dog because you abandoned your dog and nobody ever agreed to permanently keep your dog. So it's still, you don't just get to abandon a dog, poop, I'm out, and then no, it's still your responsibility. Even though we've still been feeding the dog, obviously, since she left. So we're still spending money on the dog, right? This prompted her to get upset and haven't picked up the phone in 4 days. So let's walk through this. You got upset because I alerted you of something that if you don't act upon it, pay the ticket and pay for her vaccine or whatever, this could potentially go into like license suspended, warrant for your arrest if you let this drag on long enough. Instead of, because I think if I was in her shoes, I would have been like, oh, thanks. This sucks. I gotta pay 160. But thank you for letting me know. Because if I don't find out about this, big problem, right? Her brain doesn't work like this. Her brain was like, well, you had the dog, so the dog is now yours, so that should be your responsibility. I'm like, the dog is not mine. The dog is not my mom's. My mom is taking care of it now because I can't have it here at the moment. This is your dog that you abandoned. Just because you abandon a pet doesn't mean that the other people all of a sudden agreed with you to keep the dog. No, the other people, me, the mother, we just didn't say we're gonna throw it onto the street. I try to rehome the dog. The dog has a bad hip, so people won't adopt her. You see, but this is how her brain thinks. Her brain thinks, oh, just because I left it there, it's yours now, whether you like it or not. No, it's not mine, but whether you like it or not. And the dog is under her name. This is why she got a citation. So this is what prompted this woman to not answer any calls for the last few days, so I don't see my son. Look at this hustle. Yeah. No, I don't think that's her problem because the first time I showed up to her house to pick up my son, I showed up like Mufti Mink. I showed up throwed out. Let me show you how I showed up. When she came out, her eyes lit up like this. But no, because after that, like that day, she didn't let me take my son. She changed her mind. She was trying to get a reaction out of me to record me, like acting crazy or something. Because we had agreed that I was gonna take him. And when she came out the house, she made me wait like 40 some minutes. Then she came out the house, she's like, "Oh, I don't think you should take him," blah blah blah, to try to get me. But I showed up looking like Mufti Mink. I don't care what she think. But then the reason I say no is because after that, a couple of weeks after, she let me have him for like half the day. But I pulled up to the front of her house like this, with a thobe and everything. Gonna be time for a trade that Buick for a minivan, bro. I gotta do something. Honestly, I kind of want to keep it till it has like 70,000. It has 53 right now, just because you're not. It's not that big of a difference, really. Like, if you look in Kelly's Blue Book, it's not gonna be that big of a difference. Like, just because I put 20,000 miles on it, we think it does. It really doesn't. Um, last time I sold the last one, it was the same thing. Kelly was giving me the same amount when it had 35,000 less. Then I put 35,000 on it, and it was still giving me the same amount. So it didn't like the miles is not really doesn't really make that much of a difference. I think they look mostly at the condition of the car and things like that. But now, if you put 60, 70,000 miles on it, yeah, it's, more that will make a difference. What's up, Fluffy? Inshallah, bro. It's the plan. But this is so this is when I had him last time. When I picked him up, that I had him for a few hours. I took him to the park with my wife, and we were playing, and he knows who his papa is, man. Right away, he knows who his papa is. Inshallah, next month everything will be over, bro. I hope there's no like second hearing. I hope none of that is the case, bro. I don't want to, because I don't want to drag this out. I don't want her to drag this out in court for no reason. You know, that boy was hugging onto me like a koala. Those pictures are from the dash camera in my car. Nobody took those. It's from the dash camera. That was me taking him to school that morning. Yeah, yeah, Fluffy. He knows who Papa is right away. It's incredible how that woman tries to destroy that relationship, bro, between me and my boy. He's about to be 4 years old. Look at this hustle. Look at this. First of all, I don't pick up nobody with that rating. Anything below 4.8, I'm not picking you up. Oh, it's time to search. But as always, it never searches where I'm at, bro. It is always searching like far away from me. Look, We have yet to see one trip that's doable. Look at this. Look at this. Drive this amount without getting paid to take that amount to get paid that. No way, bro. Look, it's surging, but in the other side of the world, look where I'm at. This always happens, bro. No matter a little $14 search up here. Let me take this off because it's annoying me. Hustle is around here, right? Hustle. You're around this area, I think. I think Hustle's around this area. Uber teens. Nah, I'm alright. 24 minutes for 517. In Australia, 100% of the time, the mother gets the child. That's crazy. But like, so what are the visitation or the time the rights that the father has with the child? The father has no rights to the kid. Well, it's like a little game, yeah. You're on the west side. I'm on the west side. So Hustle's in this area, and if you find him, you get a reward of $500,000. He's in this area here. There's a $500,000 reward for finding Hustle. Make sure you take those pictures to the core, so the court can see the face without any distractions. Yeah, car. I'm gonna take. I mean, let's see what route my lawyer wants to take. But I'm gonna be ready with things in case the mother of my son tries to lie. She's a big fat liar. She was playing along for a little while to see if I would drop the case. She was trying to get me to drop the case, like playing nice, very soft. I know all her tricks. So when she realized I'm not dropping the case, she filed in the court. She filed so that I can have him every other weekend only. I'm not filing for every other weekend. We live in the same city. Why would I file for every other weekend? I filed to have them 1 week each. 2 weeks in 1 month, 2 weeks her. 2 weeks me, 2 weeks her. Not in a row. Like 1 week me, 1 week her. 1 week me, 1 week her. But because she realizes I'm not dropping the case, she filed a counter petition asking the court for me to have him every other weekend. Because if I have him every other weekend, then I gotta pay her money. See? I gotta pay her money. If I have them 1 week each, I don't gotta pay her nothing. Yeah, Fluffy, you know it. Hustle said he has rights to see the child in the weekends. Damn, but what if the dad in Australia wants to have the child 50% of the time? Will they allow that? Uber will be terrible until 5 p.m. Yeah, I think today's gonna be terrible all the way around. Oh, we got a little search close by. See, but it's never in the area that I'm at. It's like they do this so that I can go online and start driving here. But by the time I get here, they like to play games. By the time I get there, they'll remove it. Look at this: 31 minutes, seven. That's a total of what? 9 miles for 708. No, man, doing that garbage. Garbage. Good thing that doesn't always happen in America. My dad raised me and my sister. My mom was not allowed custody. And nowadays, like they're giving more and more custody to dads. Like obviously, the dad can be, in drugs or none of this because that that influences things also, right? Or have a criminal record or anything like this. I don't have any of this. So, and quite frankly, in my situation, if you think about it, they can't even say, "Oh, he doesn't make enough to have him 50% of the time," because if she's stupid enough to play this card, let me explain something. She doesn't even work. She doesn't even have a job. She's a homemaker. She's just lazy. She did the same thing when she had my son. She stopped working and she didn't want to go back to work. Now she had another baby by another guy. She stopped work. She's not working. She hasn't worked for a while. She probably hasn't worked since she got with him. So she moved in with him. Almost 2 years now. She's just a lazy woman. She wants you to just take care of her and her not having to do anything, and that's okay if the man has the means and if she's a woman worth taking care of. But this woman is not worth taking care of. I'm telling you, this is not a woman that deserves being taken care of by anybody. I know this firsthand because when I took care of her over there in Miami, she's the most ungrateful human being you will ever meet in your life. My family treated her amazing. My mother, my father treated her like a daughter. She turned on everybody. She doesn't deserve an ounce of sympathy, an ounce of compassion, an ounce of being taken care of. This woman is a demon, completely ungrateful. Just the most ungrateful person you ever meet. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, she wants to be I don't know about a housewife. She put she put when she answered the court, she put that she was a housekeeper. No, a house. What's the term? Is it a housekeeper? Was that the term, or she used another term? Homemaker. A homemaker is the term. Homemaker. In other words, I have no job. I just take care of the stuff at home and I raise the kids. Yeah, but most of the women nowadays have two, three kids and they go to work and they still come home and take care of their kids. And it's not one or the other. A lot of women now, most women nowadays do both because we live in a country where you got to hustle. And but she doesn't want to work. She wants to be able to spend. Wa alaikum salam, Hakeem. Not do any work and not be that type of woman that deserves it. If you say she's an amazing woman, she's loyal, she's respectful, she's sweet, okay, she's no problem. A man is taking care of her, great. No problem. Alhamdulillah, right? But she's not that person. She's not that person. She's a terrible person, terrible human, ungrateful, and on top of that, lazy. Home wrecker or maker? Home wrecker. But she put maker there. The real title is home wrecker, but she put maker. But what I was saying is, if she tries to use that argument, like, oh, he doesn't make enough because business is slow right now. He doesn't make enough. I still do make enough, but if she tries to pull some of that crap, that's gonna backfire because I'm gonna say, Your Honor, she doesn't even work. She doesn't make anything. So by her own logic, if I make this amount, which covers all my bills and stuff like that, and she doesn't make anything, that's gonna backfire real fast. I'm sure my lawyer will bring that up too. So you're back. What's going on, CC? What's going on, Towers? What's going on, bro? Good night, Turkish. I hear you, man. Get some sleep. Yeah, she wants Fluffy. She wants me to have him every other weekend. I mean, if it was up to her, I wouldn't have him at all because she's that selfish, right? That's why she moved and blocked all communication for over a year and a half because she wants Shrek to take care of all her needs, and she wants to like, she's kind of like Medusa. No, Medusa when there's the story or whatever about Medusa is that she used to sleep with a man and then kill them, forget about them, they're gone. I think that was the thing, and get rid of them. So when when she found Shrek, she wanted me gone. You know, a lot of women do this, especially women with kids. It's like, oh, I want to try again with this new guy. Hopefully, everything goes well with this new guy. Forget the father of my child. Let me just raise my child with the new guy. Forget his dad. I mean, I guess if the dad is a piece of crap, eh, maybe a drug addict or he doesn't care about his kid. Sure, I guess. But if he's a involved father, a man that cares about his child, a man that wants to be his child's life, it has the right to be his child's life, and the child has the right to a dad. That woman has no right to say, "Oh, you know, bye bye, dad, bye bye, dad." Yeah, you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out next month when we go to court. That's my son too. You think I moved over here 4 hours away, tracked her down, taking her to court to get it every other weekend? Yeah, all right. For that, I could have stayed in Miami. I could have stayed in Miami for that. You know, standing on business. You got it, Fluffy. We live in a time. We live in a time where Uber doesn't send one single trip worth taking. That's the time we're living in. We live in a time where both parents need to work in order to support. I'm telling you, that's how it is. The U.S. is very hard to for one person to be, in the U.S. alone because it's not impossible, but it's very difficult. Are you going through a divorce? No, time. I was never married. I had a divorce from a vindictive ex, and I want to wish it on not even my enemy. Tom, you have any children? Because I hear divorces are tough, but if you don't have children involved, sometimes the ladies just try to go after your money. But when you have children, they try to use your kid too, bro. Oh, you have twins. Oh, is she trying to use them against you? Where do you live, by the way? And if she says that will just lower your child support, she says that. Yeah. No, the thing is that in the state of Florida, I think the way things go is even if you don't have a job, right? They assume minimum wage. So let's say that's how they do it to put the man in child support. Let's say she works, she's taking care of my son, she puts me on child support, right? And I show up to court, and I'm like, Your Honor, I don't work. I haven't had a job in 6 months. I don't have any money. You know what they do? What they do is they don't say, okay, you don't have a job. That's nice. What they do is they go based on minimum wage. They say, okay, what's the minimum wage of the state? Then they add her salary and your minimum wage salary, and based on that, there's a chart, and that's how much child support the guy has to pay. So it's not it's not you're scot free because you you don't have a job. Twins. I wonder if she's trying to use the kids against me. Man, these trips are just, yeah, $38. That sounds nice, except that it's really far from here. Then immediately they send you more garbage. And I'm not accepting garbage today. That's why I'm here. I will take a lot of time, but I'm not going to be taking garbage. I'm not going to accept any garbage. Look at this. Look at these strips. She did. I'm okay. I'm in okay. It took 4 years in court. 4 years? Even though I caught her lying several times and she sent her older to steal in her first supervised visit, but she knew I was going to be away from her. Wow. Why did it take that long? Bro, I don't want to go down south because I'm not going to be able to come back up. That's why I'm not taking that trip, because I'm not going to be able to come back up if I take a trip that long. It's just no good. 4 years, bro. What took that long? What exactly happened that took that long? Just do half co-parenting and they will take less on child support. I've been through that. What state are you in? 714. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Cali, Cali, man. That's what I'm doing. Are you in California? Because I know the rules over there are different. But that's what I'm filing for. I'm filing for 50-50 equal timeshare. I live in Tampa Bay area. Oh yeah, so you live over here, Hugh? You know where I'm at. I'm right here. I'm at the park right now, chilling, waiting for this trips. I'm right here in this little park, waiting for these trips to come in, man. But they're sending me garbage. This is garbage. What's this? Uh, this is like the best one I've seen, believe it or not, in like 40 minutes. That. And that was still more miles than dollars. I live just south of Gandhi. South of Gandhi. I don't know where that is. I'm new. Well, I'm relatively new to Tampa. I've been here for a few months. Just go to a notary and they will get you straight in California. The mother have all the rights. That's crazy, man. If you don't have the money to support your son, how would you have the money to give? Yeah, to give him child support, right? I had to bend over backwards. She openly had tried to take them to Mexico. Dang. Like she tried to take them to Mexico with her to live, the kids? Arizona and California are women rights states. Men never win. Yeah, bro, I don't want no part of Cali. Extreme South Tampa. You been through divorce, Hugh? I once sold custody and kept the home. Nice. Nice. Let's go back online, bro. Let's Go back online, waiting for this rice to come in. He's over there walking her dog. Let me see. Garbage. We're not gonna take that. Just had to realize how small the pay was for that job. And people have the nerve to be rude to the drivers. Oh, the pay you gotta wait a long time, especially because all I have right now is X. See, this was this was the best trip I've seen in a while since I've been here, and nobody's taking it, and it still sucks because it's more miles than dollars, and nobody's taking it. This is garbage, more garbage. Andy Beach, St. Pete, $700 child support back in the days. Damn, that's how much you were paying you. Damn, how often did you get to see him? Did you get to see him at all? You kid? Yeah, she showed up at public school with someone she claimed was an uncle. Yet I had never seen him in 7 years we were together. Huh. No, so 7-7. No, it doesn't log me out. I'm doing that on purpose. I'll tell you why right now. Look at this trip. This trip, 51 minutes. That's a total of 24.2 miles for $15 to St. Petersburg. Bro, you can't do those trips. Look, add up the miles and add up the time. You can't do those trips. You just gotta be patient. I log out. The reason I log out is because let me show you. Uh, yeah, so the reason I log out is because they have the acceptance rate. Now, my acceptance rate is a 61, right? But if when the trips are coming in, if I decline, see, let's say I'm online and a trip is coming in. If I decline, and you can only do this in a tablet, that's why I have the tablet. You can't do this on your phone. If I click here and decline or let it expire, my acceptance go down. It's a little trick. But if I log off here with this red button, it doesn't affect my acceptance rate. I can go here again, go back up here, and my acceptance rate is still going to be a 61. But if I hit this button, I could do it just to show, but I'm not going to show. Bro, I might as well take this because I might as well take that. That's 6 miles for 9 something. How long have I been on live? 44 minutes. It took 44 minutes because I got on live as soon as I sat down and I went online. I went on live right away. 44 minutes to get that trip. Watch them cancel now. I don't really care if they cancel this. I don't really care. But which one is it? As much as you want it. Okay, that's good. At least that's good. But still, bro. Still. Was this only for one kid? You? Or you have multiple kids? Ooh, principal. Huh. Yeah, bro, you need the hacks. If you don't have those little hacks, I learned that from some Cuban dude on TikTok. If you don't have the hacks, they uh they ruin your acceptance, and then it's, even though it's not supposed to be that way, and even though they say they don't do it, they do make it more difficult for you to. The algorithm doesn't send you as many rides. They lie all the time about that. She only pay, oh, 44 minutes to get $9 trip. That was 44? Nah, I don't think that was 44, was it? Oh, you mean to get one? Yeah, to get one that was worth taking. When you said that, I thought you said like the trip was 44 minutes. I'm like, no. Was it? I'll cancel it right now if that's the case. I'll cancel it right up. And I didn't look at the time. I'll cancel that trip right now. I'm taking nobody 44 minutes for $9. Can you get into detail? Uh, what about the Uber? Yeah, so you just need a tablet. Then you put the tablet sideways and you wait. You wait for the trip to come in, and then you click the go offline button instead of the cancel it. Instead of letting it expire or the X, you click the go offline button, and then it doesn't affect your cancellation. Then you just go back online. Right here, Naomi. She's down the street. Should I stay on live? How far was this trip? I don't remember how far was this trip. Damn, it's hot, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna stay on live. Damn, the phone's getting too hot. The phone's getting really hot. Shit. No, the thing is that in Florida, I have to, I'll stay on live, but I gotta do it like this because you can't record people in Florida without a consent in private setting. Not even the audio, it's a two-party consent state. So I'll stay on, but it has to be like this. So should probably, usually what they do is they come and they sit on this side. And I see she's gonna be on the right side of the street. She'll probably sit on this side. It's not a long trip. I don't think this is a long trip. I don't remember. I think it's like 10 minutes, maybe less than 10 minutes. I don't think this was a long trip. 10 or 15 minutes, like that. But I gotta mute, for the duration of the ride. too much traffic right now. There wasn't a long trip distance-wise, but it was 20 minutes because of the traffic. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to find yeah, hustle because there's too much traffic, bro. Because I said, all right, how much was that? 9 something for 9.72. Let's round it up, $10 for 6 miles. That's the best I saw in 44 minutes. But the traffic, got stuck in a little bit of traffic there, bro. No, but I'm going to do this again, bro. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to find the nearest park. I'm not taking garbage, bro. I'm not. Almost $10, 6 miles, 20 minutes. That's, it's slow today, so it is what it is. Okay, let's find the next nearest park. I'm going to go there. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do the same thing. I just need a little table, a bench, some shade. And if I can't find that, I'll park the car, pump the trunk, and sit back there. I'm not going to be taking no wild trips, bro. That took 44 minutes to get that. But I'm not going to let Uber, because see, Uber, what they're hoping happens is you get so desperate that you take the garbage. That's what they want you to do. They want you to get really desperate. Oh man, I've been waiting 30 minutes, nothing. Let me get this one, Let me get this $6 for 10 miles. Because something is better than nothing. Yeah, but no, bro, you gotta train the algorithm that you're not gonna take garbage. You gotta train that algorithm that you're not gonna take the garbage. Yeah, tower. I mean, I could put camera. I have a camera here, but it's for the road only. I could put cameras in the car, but I'll need a sign or a disclaimer over here saying that I have a camera in the car. But I don't want to put passengers, in that situation because some of them might not like it. They might not say anything, but they might rate you bad later. Some people, they're not gonna say nothing. Other people are gonna say, "Hey, are you recording me?" Yeah. Alhamdulillah. I don't want to be recorded. Well, then get out. So the way I do it is I have a camera pointing out to the dash, out the road. If something gets crazy where I need to record something, I'll turn on my camera on my phone, and that's it. Or even the iPad. iPad has a camera, and I'm doing business from the iPad. I just got to click 2 buttons, and I have a camera rolling. Big old screen rolling. But the last lady said, "Oh, it's because she smelled like food because she works at a restaurant." She's like, "Can I put the window down a little bit?" I usually don't like that. She's like, "Can I put the window down a little bit because I don't want your cart to smell because I work from a restaurant. I know I smell like food." So I appreciate that. Just consideration. I appreciate that. But right now, I'm just gonna find another park here. 2 minutes ahead. Do the same thing. Find me a table, a bench, and wait. And that way I'm out the car, I'm out the car for a little bit too. Because it's not the same, believe it or not, it's not the same spending 44 minutes waiting for a ride, sitting at a park at a bench, than to sit in your car. I promise you, if I would have sat for 44 minutes in the car waiting for a ride, your body physically gets tired. You're like, oh, your mind is like, oh man, let's go home. Today's slow. But when you step out of the car, you're out in the open, you're getting some fresh air. It's a different setting. It's like your brain like resets. This is a dog park. West. There's a dog park. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go ahead and restart this live stream. So if you want to rejoin, I'm gonna restart the live stream. It's gonna take maybe like a minute.